Good morning, everyone, from my hospital bed. I wanted to get on here and make just a quick video on where I've been. I like to try and put at least one video up a week. And sorry that I haven't been. There's just been some crazy health issues going on. So thank you to everybody that has continued to stay subscribed and follow and are being patient. Things, like I said, have just kind of gotten crazy. I have a couple videos ready. They just kind of need edited and voiceovered. But that leads me to why they aren't ready. Elliot, first off, took him in with Sadie into the doctors. Sadie is fine. Elliot ends up having a double ear infection. They re-looked at him from where his cough was. Hang on, my arm is killing me. From where his cough never eased up from a couple weeks ago. So his antibiotics or whatever they gave him wasn't working for his cough. So they prescribed him something else. Now he's got a double ear infection. So that's that. But then Wednesday night, I started getting a sore throat. I texted my mom about my swollen lymph nodes, and I was running a fever. And then it kind of just progressed from there to where yesterday, being Friday, I couldn't talk, really. Everybody that heard me laughed. I sounded like I had swallowed a whole beehive with every bee in it, and I made them mad and they stung me. So no one could really understand me. It was very painful. The whole right side of I'm trying to like lift my arm, but they have that thing in still. But the whole right side of my face, which no, I've not done anything in here besides brush my teeth. Didn't obviously pack a hairbrush or a toothbrush, didn't plan on being in here. Sorry, I see a spot on my glasses. I'm waiting on breakfast. I haven't ate since yesterday afternoon. I tried to eat some mashed potatoes and that didn't work, but I went to urgent care last night, Friday night, and two doctors looked at me, and the one was looking at me, and I tested positive for strep. I have strep throat, and he wanted to consult another doctor because I was way too swollen and in pain, more than what typically would happen in strep. So he came in with another doctor and he said the same thing, that they think maybe it's something else as well. They said my tonsils were swollen, which when I guess there's another set of like tonsils, which I didn't know, because when I was like 14 or 15 months old, I had my tonsils and adenoids removed. But I got to the hospital. They told me to come to the hospital. Everybody's been so lovely. This is actually where I had both my kids, so I've never been disappointed with any staff here. But yeah, I was in so much pain. The whole side of my face up to my ear. I thought I had an ear infection, but they're like, your ears are so clean. That's how we want to see everybody's ears. I'm like, oh, well, thanks, but it hurts. But yeah, I mean, my mom brought me up. Tyler stayed home with Elliot. Sadie's at Mama's. So yeah, my mom stayed up here with me till like 2 a.m. So thank you, Mom. Yeah, so got a CT scan and everything was super swollen, but my adenoids, I hope I'm saying that correctly, grew back and were severely swollen. He said that was very uncommon. They do grow back, but for how big and swollen they were, Everybody that saw that CAT scan was very impressed for how big they are. I'm like, they're coming for revenge. So, yeah, they kept me overnight to kind of just watch me just because of my history with not being able to breathe, like during the night and everything. So last night was a little bit rough. Woke up this morning, my blood pressure was low. I was dizzy walking to the bathroom. So just a whole mess. I am currently waiting on some breakfast, and then my mom is actually supposed to come up here a little later, and she will take me home, so it'll be nice to get home. But yeah, I'm so glad I'm talking to where people can understand me. Yeah, it's been crazy, you guys. So like I said, just kind of wanted to hop on here and kind of do a little short video of explaining some things. I was gonna film yesterday a little bit, my experience in here, but again, you guys couldn't hear me or understand me. Doctors were having a hard time to where my mom had to speak for me, and just talking to my mom, she couldn't understand me half the time. So yeah, but I might show you my breakfast once it comes. I can show you my little menu of what we got. So, but yeah, I'm sipping on my big ol' water. And yeah, just waiting on some breakfast. But oh yeah, I was gonna say, I don't do shorts, or at least I haven't yet, and I don't have like a community platform, so I figured the best way to do it was a video. I feel bad that I've left you guys like just hanging, but there's really no filming that I could have done or voiceovers I could have done to like get uploaded the way that I was feeling, and then eventually the way that I was talking. There was just no way. So wanted to kind of put that out there and explain that. But thank you guys all for, you know, staying with me, hanging by. You know, I certainly appreciate it. I know I still have a long ways of learning, but as of right now, I do try. I try my best, and I appreciate you guys all staying around. So yeah, but I'll show you guys my breakfast menu. All right, so this is what we are working with. Now I do kind of have a nice layout plan. I did go ahead and order the Saturday breakfast. I was told I could order anything, but this didn't sound too bad. So I went ahead and ordered this. So we're getting a cheese omelet, breakfast potatoes, sausage link, some cereal, and fresh fruit cup. There's also some stuff like on here if you're not interested in any of these stuff on the first page. And then I did order some coffee. Hopefully it is good. And then I also ordered me some orange juice. So I'm excited. I like omelets. I am excited about these breakfast potatoes. And also I wanted some fruit, so I'm happy that that's an option for Saturday, because if not, I was probably going to do like probably pancakes or eggs or something, fresh fruit, a muffin, and then again coffee and orange juice. So that is my breakfast menu. All right, so our breakfast is served. We got our creamers and sugars for our coffee, fruit, milk for our cereal, coffee, orange juice, cereal. Sorry, guys. Oh, that looks good. Yay. So don't judge because I haven't ate since yesterday afternoon. My throat hurt that bad I couldn't even swallow my own saliva, so don't judge. I was hungry. This omelet, 10 out of 10. These potatoes were really good. I'm still eating my fruit, but I brushed my teeth, so you know how fruit, is, and same with the juice. My coffee, we're giving it a go. I mixed everything in. We'll see how that tastes. And then I went ahead and ate my cereal. That was really good. But overall, really good. So we're gonna try this coffee, and yeah. You guys, no. Mm-mm. That's a no. Hopefully my mom comes through. She's at the grocery store and I told her she thinks about it. Pick up like a Starbucks coffee. She's gonna pick me up. That way Tyler can stay home with Elliot. I might have said that already. I'm hoping that Elliot doesn't get strep. Well, anybody, but especially Elliot. So we'll see. I don't know if I mentioned this. I had really low blood pressure this morning. She wasn't happy with it, but she came and took my blood pressure again and it was up, so that's good. So I think once I eat breakfast, I'm able to go home, which is good. So. Alright guys, I know I look like a hot mess, because I am. I was just like picking at my face. I do that when I'm like stressed or anxiety or, all of that good stuff. But I am home from the hospital. I picked up my prescriptions. My mom and her husband Jim came and picked me up. That way he could stay again home with Elliot. They took me and got my prescriptions with me. Ate some lunch. Took my prescriptions because it says to take it with food, and now I'm going to hop in the shower and try and relax. My throat is already starting to hurt again, but yeah, we'll see. I think that is truly one of the worst parts of coming home from a doctor's office, is taking off that tape from your IV. I'm bruised in 2 different spots, but that tape hurts so bad. Alright, you guys, I have showered, did some laundry since I wasn't home, so I need to go ahead and put that away. But I am starting to hurt again and feel some swelling, if you can maybe tell by my lisp or voice. But yeah, I'm going to drink or sip on some of my coffee, which thank you mom. My mom picked me up 2 of these. Drank the first one already when she came for my discharge, so I'm gonna sip on this, get some laundry done. I took some Tylenol to kind of hopefully catch any upcoming pain, but yeah, I don't recall exactly what I said, but Wednesday I started with a fever, and like that whole week prior I was coughing, my lymph nodes were swollen, and after Wednesday it continued to get really bad. I was so swollen that I thought it was like I got stung by like 20 bees. No one could understand me. I was that swollen. So I went to an urgent care, and the nurse was, you know, doing a tongue depressor, just trying to see, and she felt so bad. I started crying when she pressed it down, and she kept apologizing to me. She was sweet as can be. Everybody that I experienced medical attention by, whether it was the urgent care or the hospital, which the hospital is where I had both my kiddos. So everybody was hands down phenomenal, but I felt bad for her because I know she didn't mean to hurt me. I know there's certain things you gotta do. And clearly that's what a tongue depressor is for. But yeah, she kept apologizing and I felt bad. So the first doctor came in and he did not like the way things were looking. I did test positive for strep, so I do have strep. But he wanted a second opinion. So a second doctor came in and said pretty much the same thing. They didn't want to treat me for just strep. They weren't 100% comfortable with sending me home. They thought something else was like going on down deeper in my throat than what they could see. And they said my tonsils were huge, which I didn't know this going into urgent care or to the hospital, but I had my tonsils removed and my adenoids removed when I was like 14, 15 months old. And Sadie's actually had hers removed. But I did not know that your adenoids can grow back. And that's what they were saying, and they were super swollen. So I get to, you know, the urgent care or the hospital. The urgent care called ahead for me, and they made sure I was on top priority because they were thinking something was going to go wrong with my airways. So thankfully I didn't really have to wait in the waiting room super long. Yeah, they rushed to get me seen, which I'm thankful for because at this point I was in a lot of pain, and it was awful. Like I had to spit out my saliva. I couldn't even swallow that because it was that swollen and painful. My mom had to talk for me because I could not speak without someone looking at me funny. No one could understand me. I mean, my mom could hardly understand me. So that was fun. But yeah, I did a CAT scan. Everything showed super swollen and big. And they said that it's, for how big they were, it's really uncommon for them to come back and like be that big. Which, yeah, I'm like, they're bigger and they're back and bigger than ever. So I guess they're coming for revenge. But they didn't want to keep me overnight because a lot of times, I guess, when you have a constant sore throat or get strep, that's kind of when they'll take out those things. Mine were taken out when I was little because I would stop breathing at night. So breathing was my issue, and that's why they wanted to keep me and monitor me. In the morning, I think it was like 6 o'clock this morning, an ENT nurse came in and spoke to me, and this is the second like time this has happened. Not this severe, obviously. This was absolutely worse. Last time it was just, you know, a very achy sore throat, but this time obviously was a lot worse. They said, you know, just keep an eye out, and possibly I might have to go and have them removed again. So we will see. My mom loved being up there with me. I thanked her and her husband for picking me up, and they took me to get my prescriptions and all of that stuff. Elliot and Tyler were so happy for me to be back home. I kept my mask on for the first like hour I was home. They said I should be okay since I had antibiotics in my system for, you know, that 12 plus hours. But I did leave it on the first like hour I was home just to make sure everything was good, and I knew that that's when Elliot would cuddle me the most. No kissing or anything on the face, of course, but you know, I hugged him, I rocked him, all of that stuff. He plays his video game really loud sometimes when he's playing with people, and he's playing with his cousin, so I thought he was yelling for me, but he's just yelling at the game. But yeah, I also FaceTimed my brother and Maddie yesterday. I thought my brother would get a crack at my voice last night, and I mean, it was a lot worse than this. And so I'm like, hey, I just wanted to FaceTime you and tell you you're a loser. And you know, he got a giant kick out of it. So did Maddie, but especially my brother. So my mom laughed at that too. That was so funny. But yeah, it's just a waiting game now. See how things go. Yeah, so I'm going to finish some laundry and probably just get ready for bed. I did not sleep the best last night. So yeah, I do want to say sorry. I think I said this before as well, but I don't have anything to post what happened on besides doing a video. I guess I could have done a short, but I don't know. But yeah, I do have videos. They just kind of need to be edited or voiceovered or finished because I started and then just didn't feel good. So bear with me. I will get those up as soon as I can. I don't want my voice to start getting so mumbled you guys can't understand me. So bear with me. I'm sorry, but I do appreciate everybody. And yeah, I will see you guys all later. I hope you guys are staying healthy and enjoying each and every day. Bye guys.